Hi, my name is Fatima, and today I'll be talking about the 14th Amendment and its background history. So, for those who don't know, the 14th Amendment is your right to citizenship. So, the 14th Amendment says all persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof of citizens of the United States and of the states wherein they reside. So, the 14th Amendment is basically stating an equal sense, like an equal level for everybody born here. You start out with citizenship equally. So currently, this is how we know, citizenship and immigration. So the current understanding is that you either born in the U.S., you marry someone, a U.S. citizen to become a citizen, or you get naturalized, which is a very lengthy process. Those are the three most common practices in order to pursue citizenship. So, in order to understand how the 14th Amendment came to be, we have to take it back a little. So, during Abraham Lincoln's presidential campaign, a very great supporter of him was Frederick Douglass, and he kind of gave him like a look about as to slavery and how it needed to change and be abolished and all of that. During this time period, the South reached out to Abraham Lincoln stating, hey, we want to keep our ways. This is what we know. We want you to approve of it. And lo and behold, Abraham Lincoln won the presidency. He became the next president, and he basically told the South, I don't agree with this. We're not gonna do this anymore. So after that, you have the Civil War that unleashes its own country fighting itself. The Civil War ends. You see African American men fighting next to white men in this war, and a lot of people say that this war was what established the presence of African Americans, showing their worth, as well as Abraham Lincoln even saying that African American soldiers have basically gained the access to vote, which was a privilege of being a citizen. Even now, after the war ended, Abraham Lincoln was assassinated, and after that, you have the 13th Amendment, which was the Emancipation Proclamation, which basically abolishes slavery. But that doesn't do much. There's not much change. So after this, you will see basically new laws, especially in the South, that are called black codes. These black codes are considered the new slavery, even though that's not what it's called. So these codes are forcing people into long contracts with farmers so that they can, work fine, and they're getting paid, but it's nothing. They're also having child labor. Anyone who refuses to work in the fields or in that type of job will get fined a minimum of $100, and in some cases they are jailed and then are forced to work for free without pay. Okay, so the history of the 14th Amendment after this becomes because you have an Ohio Congressman, John Bingham, who was like, I don't agree with the successor after Abraham Lincoln assassination, which was Andrew Johnson. And Andrew Johnson believed that the United States was for whites and whites only, and he was a very firm believer that slavery is here to stay. But the Ohio congressman was very not pleased by it, so he pushed for the 14th Amendment. He knew that it was going to be a struggle trying to get it passed through Congress and through the Senate. So it first was initiated in 1866, and it was finally approved in 1868 on July 9th. The reason why it's so important now is because you see so many people who are born here, and if you look at it, you take that back. If it was never passed, we wouldn't have those benefits. Many of the students wouldn't have these benefits. It's so important to embrace the history of what others struggled to do in order for us to succeed. So, for example, if you look at students now who apply for financial aid, a lot of U.S. citizens use FAFSA, and the ones that don't are the ones that now there's a program. It's the California Dream Act, but back in the day that didn't exist. You had to pay for school out of pocket, or you paid for out of state tuition, which is so much expensive, making education very hard to pursue. So, and you also see like President Trump, who wanted to overturn the 14th Amendment and take away anybody who became a citizen because they were born here with immigrant parents away. So I think it's important to keep up with what others struggle to do for us to succeed in the future. Thank you.